So guys, today I'll be sharing with you all for the last time in 2022 which new perfumes have just recently been dropped, and in case you like to be informed about what's new, then definitely keep on watching this video and please give it a huge thumbs up so I will keep you updated also next year. And keep on your mind that previous update episodes will be linked down below in the description box, so feel free to check them out, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and activate the bell so you will be notified anytime I post content like this. And once you're done with that, we can get started. Hello and welcome everyone to the final update episode this year, in which I will be running you through top 10 very exciting new perfume releases. But I would like to know if you have already heard about an interesting perfume launch that you can't wait to smell. If so, let's keep each other updated, comment that down below, and we can get started with the first perfume, which is by the brand Pierre Guillaume, that is called Tonka Bodycon. And I really love the name of the fragrance and also the image of this beautiful lady whose figure is so sexy, and I think this fragrance is gonna be very alluring because in the name we have Tonka, which is a little bit underrated base note that is so textural and complex. Actually it is quite sweet and it reminds me of twigs, but it is more than that. Powdery, delicious, gourmand, even a little bit herbaceous. It has a lot to offer, and I think it's going to be the focus of this fragrance, and around this note will be built the entire composition that seems to be gourmand overall, because other than tonka beans we have vanilla in here, honey and pistachio. Definitely very exciting note to see in the fragrance, so maybe it's gonna be an edible type of fragrance with a bit of an alcoholic element, because in here we have rum. And as you know, I absolutely adore boozy fragrances. That's why recently I've created like an entire top list of boozy fragrances from my collection. So if you like alcoholic notes in perfumes, check that one out. I will leave all the videos I refer to in this one down below in the description box and also on the screen. So in here we have rum, but also apple. So maybe it will have like a bit of a fruity touch, who knows. And in the base there is benzoin and amber, which are very resinous notes. So I think it's gonna be very powdery because of tonka and benzoin, vanilla. It's gonna have this powdery sweet gourmand base, but I think we'll have some fun with top notes. And this is definitely that brand that creates very creative and unusual type of fragrances, and I had a pleasure not only to discover their entire collection but also meet Pierre personality songs earlier in this summer, and I have a discovery set right here, and I would love to review their fragrances for you, so just in case you're interested in that, please let me know. Also, if you have a favorite, what is it from the collection, because there are so many. Mine would be the newer launch Dialogue with Venus, because it is absolutely fabulous. But with that being said, let's move on to the next perfume, and guess what's the name of Mancera's newest one? It's Tonka Cola, another Tonka centered perfume. Is this note getting more attention? Maybe, and I hope so, because it is kinda underrated these days, and tonka is just like very beautiful unisex and you can really add a lot to it. But this fragrance seems to be a fun one, because in here we have a Coca-Cola accord, and let me know if you are into cola centered fragrances. Are those too childish or are we liking them? Well, I have smelled a few fragrances with this fizziness of cola. The one I could name right now would be Enigma by Roger Duff. By the way, if you would like to find out more about this brand, I have like an entire video in which I check out a lot of fragrances from them. So in here we have Coca-Cola but also cherry notes, so maybe it will have this beautiful fruity fizzy Coca-Cola vibe, but it's not the most long-lasting nuance in perfumery. I wish that in here it stayed longer than in Enigma, because it is actually in the notes breakdown and in the name, but who knows. I am afraid it's gonna be there only in the opening. But just in case you've already smelled this fragrance, let me know what do you think about it, because I have read a few negative reviews on it. lemon being too strong and synthetic in here. Other than that, we have cinnamon and nutmeg, so there is going to be this beautiful warm spiciness, also patchouli, orange blossom, benzoin, vanilla, tonka and labdanum, a few similar notes to the previous fragrance, right? They will make it smell like perfume, I guess, and not just a drink. And Mancera always offers something mass appealing, so I think this fragrance is gonna be fun, gourmand for the winter time. And I really wanna blind buy it, but I would like you to encourage me that you will watch my review on it. And if so, please comment that down below and I will get this fragrance just as much as I want this. I also want this fragrance by Latafa Perfumes, brand with which I have no experience, so just in case you're familiar with any of their perfumes, let me know about the quality, if they're worth checking out, because the new fragrance Camera, and I have no idea if I pronounce it correctly, sounds so good to me, especially when I look into the notes, because other than spices such as cinnamon and nutmeg, just like in the previous fragrance, we have here the note of dates. And not only I love to eat dates, they are sugary, sweet, caramelized. I love going on dates. I find dates amazing. But jokes aside, there is also a note of praline and vanilla, so it is gonna be gourmand, but I'm not quite sure if it's gonna be sugar sweet or not, because in the base we have tonka, benzoin, surprise, surprise. These three fragrances have very similar notes, but in here we also have woodsiness and tuberose. So I think it's gonna be a perfect fragrance for the winter time, because judging by the notes, it's very, very cozy, warm, spicy, alluring, gourmand, and those fragrances are great when it is colder, so you want something cocooning and special. But let me know if you are familiar with this brand, because I really want to check out this fragrance. And also the next one, but it is very different from basically anything on this list, that is called Macomba by the brand Hermetica, that I have already tested quite a few times in the shop, and I like their modern concept. Fragrances are rather simple but very expensive, and this is apparently a new line because the bottle is pale pink and not this deep emerald green, but I think it will match the scent that seems to be green as well, because we have neroli in here, and I love this beautiful citric floral note lime that I haven't seen in a long time in fragrances, and mate, and I love tea notes in fragrances so much that I hope it's going to be very tea-like and deep. There is also green accord and angelica with vetiver, so it might be tea-like, it might be very citrusy and floral, it might be rooty and earthy, or it might be a combination of all those things. Let me know if you are interested in Hermetica as a brand. I find this new release sounds lovely for the springtime, you know, when we are ready for our lighter citrusy floral fragrances that are rather youthful, because that's how I expect this one to smell. But I have no idea how the Pussy by Rammstein, and yes, that's actually the name of the perfume. Let me know if you're there for it or not, because I mean, like, it's expected to see something like that from Rammstein, because this is the band that is known for provocation, and I appreciate their music so much because they literally turned my world upside down years ago, and I fell in love with rock. But I mean, like, Pussy fragrance, who knows? I'll be waiting for it to drop in the German drugstores, and then I will give it a try. The bottle is actually pretty lovely. I think it is marketed towards women because it is pale pinkish beige, and the notes are actually not bad. Animalic notes, pomelo, flowers, and woods. I mean, like, their fragrance Cocaine, which was the first one they came out with, we've already reviewed with Benny, and it was like a gasoline wearable fruity fragrance, strange but cool. But all the other fragrances from this brand, they were just fine, actually pretty nice, almost niche, but a bit not enough for me. So I will definitely give this fragrance a try. I feel like it is fun and a little bit brave, and definitely provocative to name a fragrance like that. So I would like to know your thoughts. What do you think about Pussy by Rammstein? But now let's get back to something a bit more elegant. A brand from Poland called Bohoboco that I had a pleasure to check out at Exons earlier this year has released 2 new perfumes, and I have a discovery set of all their fragrances except for these, which are jasmine and white leather, and apparently it's gonna be like a floral fragrance, obviously with a jasmine in the heart, and it's gonna be leathery, but I think very soft and not harsh, not animalic, because it is white leather, so who knows how it will smell. I really want to get my hands on it. So if you would say, Yana, create like a full collection overview of Bohoboco perfumes, maybe I will get the samples of these 2 fragrances. The second one of which is called Eternal Lily Amber, and this is probably gonna be a lily ambery perfume. I don't know if it's gonna be like a modern amber or like sweet, classic, vanillic amber. Actually, it's quite interesting that they decided to release 2 white floral perfume at once. Maybe they were working on one and really loved different variations, so they decided to launch 2 separate perfumes. I have no idea, that is just, you know, my guess, but I adore scent of lilies so much. Those are my favorite flowers that unfortunately are very hard to imitate in the perfume because there is no lily component on the market, and perfumers need to create different accords in order to, you know, translate the scent of the flower into the fragrance. So we shall see how well they did on this fragrance. I will be definitely trying to get my hands on it, just as I will try to spot Zara's new perfumes. There are a lot of new fragrances that have just recently, you know, popped on Fragrantica, but most keen I'm on the new oils. For example, Royal Tuberose. I mean, like, it looks very luxe. So we shall see how these will smell. I hope not too boring, single note-ish fragrance like, but who knows? In case you are lucky and have already smelled them, maybe in the shop because they appear earlier, I guess in UK or US, let me know what do you think about them. But oh my god, oh my dear, that's the name of the next perfume. It's by BYREDO, and I'm attracted and a little bit afraid of it because, well, Oh My Dear seems to be very animalic, and there are animalic notes in there, and that attracts me about it. There is vanilla, there is musk and aldehyde, so that sounds like fun and so right up my alley, but there are also spicy and metallic notes, and I'm not into those. So BYREDO has very, very intense and powerful fragrances. They are not for everyone. They are definitely a certain, you know, group of people kind of fragrance, but oh my dear, what a name and what a selection of notes. Something that I think I will actually blind buy, even if in the sample format, is new fragrance by the brand Theo Carbonell that is called Anchor, and I believe it was created by Patrice Ravillard, who is this talented young perfumer, work of which I really enjoy. He created my favorite cycle 001 for Maison Violet, and he actually studied with Victoria and Paul and Anthony at the same perfume school, and many other gorgeous fragrances that he created also for this brand I adore. For example, like the line that he worked on, I've smelled in Italy, and it was so good that I really wanted to buy a few fragrances, especially with matcha. So I'm actually thinking about ordering an entire discovery kit with this fragrance included and just create like a first impressions video for you. And I have fun filming this because they're more casual and relaxed. So if you enjoy watching them, please let me know. Really, your feedback is highly appreciated. So drop me a comment below if you would like me to create like a full collection breakdown of Theo Carbonell fragrances for you. I will happily do so. And this fragrance with a note of masala chai tea, with iris, with peach, with green vanilla and woods sounds like something I need to have. So yeah, this perfume is definitely something I'm looking forward to, but let's end this video on a very peaceful note, and this is a new launch from Diptique that is called Opsis. Yeah, that's the name. If you're French and you know what it means, please let me know. But the notes in here are quite minimalistic. Bergamot, iris, musk and incense, what is listed in the notes breakdown. But I would say that Diptique creates very beautiful, classy, and not as simple as you might first think perfumes that I'm really looking forward to try this one, and I actually want to purchase PERFUME for the winter time. So let me know which of the mentioned fragrances are you excited about and are interested in, so maybe I will check them out, get samples, and actually share with you my thoughts on them. And if you enjoyed watching this update episode, the last one in 2022, please give it a huge thumbs up and check out the previous ones. All the helpful information is down below. Also, to the previous videos that are worth your attention, and my discounts with which you can shop perfumes and save a little bit, which is very nice, especially during the holiday season when maybe you're on the hunt for presents. And other than that, you can also follow me on my social media to stay in touch. If you have any questions left, I'm here to answer them. Let's chat down below, because your comments really help my videos to get out there. And if you want to support me even more, you can donate on Buy Me Coffee website, which is very easy to do so, and with that kind of support I can actually purchase new fragrances or anything else. You can actually request which ones, and I will get back to you with my proper opinion on them. And that was all from me today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and stay tuned and smell good. We'll see each other next one really soon. Bye guys.